Angry guy here, and 99% of men are avoiding marriage as more men choose MGTOW. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. 99% of men are avoiding marriage as more men choose MGTOW. So this is very intriguing what's happening around us. As you can see on the screen, these are some of the latest statistics that we're looking at, and the marriage rate is crumbling around us. Both marriage and divorce rates in the United States declined from 2009 to 2019, but rates vary from state to state. In 2019, there were 16.3 new marriages for every 1,000 women aged 15 and over in the United States, down from 17.6% in 2009. At the same time, in the US, the divorce rates fell from 9.7% per 1,000 women and over in 2009 to 7.9 in 2019. So marriage rates have been on the rapid decline. And then if we fast forward to 2023, we can see that things are even worse. And ironically, I shouldn't say ironically, the feminists are actually celebrating. So this is actually an article from The Guardian. The Guardian is a feminist online publication, and it says this was actually published on December 12th, 2023, so it's very recent. This year, women said enough to modern marriage. So the feminists are actually celebrating that modern marriage is practically over. It's too early to say heterosexual marriage is dead, but 2023 seemed to mark the beginning of the end of marriage. So, they are celebrating that in the US, modern marriage has declined to the point where the rates are so low right now that we are at the beginning, that they're saying that we're at the very least the beginning of the end of modern marriage entirely in the United States, which is between heterosexual couples. And this is something they've wanted for a long time. The institution has progressed from its earliest brutal form. So they call marriage brutal, but marriage 3.0 still hands men the lion's share of benefits. It sounds absurd, but the most compelling display of the collapse of modern American marriage in 2023 is happening on a show about Mormon polygamists. For 18 seasons, TLC's Sister Wives has followed Cody Brown and his four loudly Caucasian wives who share 18 children and several houses in Arizona. The show started as a satire docu soap about an unorthodox family trying to fit into an increasingly modern world. Now I watch with rapt interest, practically foaming at the mouth as one by one Cody's wives leave him. Christine went first, dumping Cody uh, mid the events of 2020 when he refused to travel with their teenage daughter for her scoliosis surgery. Then came Janelle, who long seemed uninterested in talking to her husband, a man whose hair looked like limp ramen. She moved into a one-bedroom apartment without his input. Mary called it quits this year as well after Cody told her he had no real interest in staying married to her anyway. Every week's episode has shown Cody on the defensive as not one but three disgruntled exes tell him how colossally he felt. Meanwhile, the one wife he still has, Robin, is often trembling in tears, angry with her husband's lack of care towards the other wives. She's also the last one with children under 18. I mean, guys, this is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Musician and actor Teyana Taylor's divorce filing against Iman Shumpert depicted him as angry about her career development. Guys, these women are basically sick of marriage. They're sick of men. They don't want to be with us. I told you, they do not like us. The only reason why they're furious that men are leaving Western society is because they want these men, the passport kings, to be there to clean up the mess, to be the what do you call them, the step up dads, to take care of Chad and Tyrone's kids, his offsprings, to give their have their wealth and resources allocated They're providing for women to be beta male simps, to be orbiters that women can call upon at any given moment, so that they can use these men at a moment's notice when they need food or shelter or anything else. So while it's too early to decide definitively that heterosexual marriage is completely dead, the post 2020 wedding boom was just last year, and the anti brides of 2023 are brides nonetheless. 2023 seemed to mark the beginning of the end for marriage, the evolution of marriage. Every few decades, women can reconsider the value of heterosexual marriage. And though the world remains built for couples, have you ever tried to eat at an entire sushi boat on your own? We're at the crossroads yet again. The dawn of marriage was our brutal form of union and arrangement based on family, wealth, and property. It was designed with female subjugation in mind and was often a woman's only way to escape poverty or mortality. You can go watch Six on Broadway if you need to learn more about why this form of marriage sucked. Then marriage evolved and came with color TVs and martinis at lunch, a more dignified version but still reductive. The 1950s onward housewife. Now the marriage we have has been rife with the kinds of marriages that women of my generation were hoping to have. Gen Xers and millennials started their relationships using big words like equal partnership and co-parenting. The men were married. We married promised they were more emotionally mature than our fathers. So these women don't like their fathers, more willing to change diapers and cooperate with our work schedules. Our understanding, our commitment is markedly different from those of our parents too. Ethical non-monogamy and polyamory have become more common relationship structures, even within heterosexual marriages. For some women, heterosexual marriage is no longer a need, no longer a must, but something we want to do for love and comfort. So they're basically saying that non-monogamy and polyamory has become more normal, women being allowed to have multiple partners in a marriage. And even then, these marriages are no longer working for modern women. They're not happy in these marriages, and ultimately the final solution is no marriage at all, the end of the end of marriage entirely. Women walking away from marriage, saying that's it, they're fed up, they're not going to take it anymore, they don't want to be in relationships with these men. So it's like, what do you guys want then? Like it's really insane, because these women, they don't want us, they do not, I told you, they don't like us, they do not like us at all. These are women who detest us, they despise us, they truly do not like us. So why are they so furious when we walk away, when we go overseas and we say, okay, we're done with Western society, you didn't want us, we're leaving? I mean, look at what's happening. You have these women celebrating, putting out videos, black women who are celebrating the law that, some that a number of passport kings have unfortunately passed away in Colombia, and it's absolutely unfortunate what happened, but they are celebrating every time a passport king passes away. They celebrate. They celebrate, and it's absolutely sick seeing what these women are doing, and it tells you how much they don't like us. All right, they view it, guys. It's men are done, and they think that we're basically their property, and that they can use us and take advantage of us and lie and use lies and manipulation to keep us around, and it's just not going to happen. They don't understand, they don't even know how to keep a man, because they've been taught that basically a man will just be handed to you. And because of the Sims, nothing is ever going to really change. The Sims have really made the society what it is. The irony, though, is that these Sims can't take care of these women. There's a limited number of Sims that can actually provide for a woman and take care of a woman. And when hard times arrive, a lot of these Sims will end up poor, broke, destitute. They won't be able to hold these women down. And when hard times arrive, these women will just walk out on them. And they'll walk out on the Sims, and they'll think that, okay, yeah, something is better waiting for me. Because that's how women think. All right. As soon as things get a little bit difficult, dude loses his job. Oh, I'm gonna walk out on him. And that's where the wonderfulness comes. Guys, don't forget, come 2030, 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless in Western society. In the United States, that's a massive, almost half of all women in their reproductive years will be childless and single. All right, and these women are celebrating, and the Guardian is celebrating that marriage, that we are at the beginning of the end of the passing away of marriage. Marriage was no longer a thing. Heterosexual marriage, like guys, if I told you it's really over, and they're celebrating, they're celebrating, and yet they don't, and yet they're furious when we walk away. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and live. And the crazy thing is, you know, we're in a society where we're forced to behave like this and to be very careful and cautious around these people. But the truth is that this is a very, very strange organization, and men are not gonna, and men are just not tolerating it. Men are just not tolerating it. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. 99% of men are avoiding marriage as more men choose MGTOW. What do you guys think regarding this? I want to hear your thoughts, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.